indicate in appreciation presented to Lisa Slawson and Chuck Lesch in Lisa's case for 8+ years of outstanding dedication and commitment and service to Saline Schools Board of Education. Chuck is for his 4-year term.
So we need like some pomp and circumstances. These guys are graduating.
Yeah, it took a long time too.
Well, I think ultimately it's the opportunity for them if they would like to say a few words.
When I was elected to this position back in May of 2004, I was the president of the Woodland Meadows PTA. I was a Girl Scout leader. This is my co-leader, Teresa Ledbetter, and I can't thank her enough because she said, we get 22 girls, you don't have enough to do? And you got to do this too? But I did it anyway. And I also had the two reasons why I did this. And I'm going to get a little emotional, but my daughter Katie, who was a 4th grader at that time, and my son Sam, who was a kindergartner at that time. And a lot of people said to me, you have a kindergartner and a 4th grader, what are you thinking? And that's exactly what I was thinking, that parents and kids needed a voice in the school district. And that's been my goal since May of 2004. It's still my goal today, and I hope I've served you in that capacity. When I was elected, the high school wasn't the high school yet. The middle school was the high school. This building was the middle school, and Houghton had K through 1. So we've been through a lot of changes. We've been through schools of choice. We've been through the anonymous donor. We have been through the Beekman report, this little thing, a volume of paper that caused a lot of problems. It created a job for Scott Grayman as athletic director. And we've been through new superintendents, old superintendents, a lot of high school principals, a lot of football coaches, a lot of stuff. And I can't thank you enough that you've let me be a part of that. I want to thank my husband Greg, who stood by me through this. This has been an adventure, let me tell you. He's in Spain right now, so he couldn't be here tonight. My wonderful, beautiful children, Katie, who is a freshman in college, and my son Sam, who's a freshman in high school. So they've grown since 2004. Without you, I couldn't have done it. Without you and your love and support, I couldn't have done it. So thank you so much. To Art Trapp, Sandy Nadig, Dave Phillips, Christine Arnold, and Tim Chafee, you guys made me the board member that I am today, and I thank you for that. Trudy Driscoll and Chuck Lesch, you're the best vice presidents a girl could have. Also to Trudy and to Kim Van Hoek and to Barry Lucy and Amy Kittel, I couldn't have asked for better ladies to serve with. You're just amazing. Thank you so much. And Patty, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have done this without you. I would have left screaming much longer ago, and you have been absolutely just wonderful. To all the finance people, Brian Averill, Tom Wall, Janice, you guys taught me numbers. I really hate numbers, let me tell you that. And I know so much more because of you. Steve and Kurt. Steve, I learned heritage rules from you. I learned what was important to kids from you. You are one of the best principals I've ever had the pleasure of working with. And Kurt, thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you too. To all the superintendents, Sam, Bev, and mostly Scott, thank you. I've learned a lot from you. I hope you've learned something from me. I don't know, maybe. To the unions, Dave Vargo, Tim Hine, Juan Lauchu, Val Porter, thank you. My mom was a union shop steward. My dad was in the union for his entire life, and my goal was always to make it so that whatever I did, my mom wouldn't call me up and say, you deserve a spanking for that move. So I hope I've served you well in that regard, because my mom still makes me scared when she's 75. To all the teachers, the administrators, the support staff, the kids, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. It has been an absolute pleasure and an honor and a joy. This district does a lot of things well, but the most important thing it does is educates kids really well. And never forget that, never lose that. And thank you to all the board members that I've had the pleasure of serving with, Mr. Heine, all of you at the table. I can't thank you enough. You are dedicated servants to the public, to the kids, to our teachers, and I keep that up. Keep serving our kids and keep doing what you know in your heart. Trust your heart. you'll do what's right. So thank you for 8 years and 6 months plus of games and tours and field trips and board meetings, etc. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of it. It's been my pleasure. Thank you. Always like that.
No, I did want to take this opportunity. I came to the school board from a little different place than what Lisa did. She had youngins when she started on the board. My two, one of them had already graduated. She spent 1 year at the old high school and got to go right in the new one. My younger daughter, that was probably the highlight of my term on the board, is actually getting to be up on stage and give her a hug going across. So, it's always a special thing to do that. But, my reason for going onto the board in the first place was a little bit of prompting from some friends in the high school, and I knew that my children had received such an outstanding education in the Saline schools. It was my opportunity to give back. So hopefully, over my 4 years, I've been able to give a little bit back. Obviously, I can't give back for all the great things, all the great memories that my kids have gotten, that the community gets from the schools. But hopefully, I've been able to serve, at least in my capacity as a trustee. I do want to thank all of the board members. I've learned a little bit of something from every board member I've ever served with. I learned a lot from the one superintendent I got to serve with, Mr. Gray, and I thank you. You made my life on the board a very good experience. I mean, there are rough times, and unfortunately, we all know that it will be a challenge ahead of time. Going ahead with funding and finances, everything the way they are. But I have complete faith that with the team that Scott has put together, getting to know all the administration, the teachers, and the community support that Saline schools have, I have no question that they will continue to excel, and I wish them all the best of luck.
So, a couple things to mind, just in saying closing parting to Chuck and Lisa. Lisa, I've come to know you and grown to really appreciate your thoughts and how you say what you mean and mean what you say. You get what you present when it comes to Lisa, and we appreciate your advocacy for all the groups and all the children that you've served as well in the public. Chuck, as a friend of mine, got obviously personal ties to you, and I have both your daughters in class, and I really appreciated having them. I think you're a true advocate of education. I think that one of the things that you present that I tell people constantly if they consider running for board is that you never know Chuck's political affiliation, because Chuck is a true advocate for education. And education is bipartisan. Education is red, white, and blue. But probably beyond all of that, I think this is more important that the public knows this, is that the both of you were the true advocates for fiscal responsibility of where we are today. Last summer, when we were in the middle of negotiations, there was a time that things were in a dead heat, and it was exactly the 11th hour. The contract was approaching its ending. We were getting nowhere with the lawyer, getting nowhere with other parties that were involved in the negotiations. We had essentially made our last offer. Communication was at a standstill. But it was the two of you that outreached and talked about having coffee and coming back together. It was the two of you that met with me, and we actually sat down and went through the contract offering at that time, the concessions. And the past is the past, and what's important is that we're here today and that we're moving forward. We're taking this big ship, and we're not trying to fix it overnight. But there was true collaboration there. And the true collaboration came from the both of you. It was the both of you making the decision. You could have ignored any phone calls. You could have said, no, we're referring everything back to the lawyer. But you made a decision to collaborate. You made a decision to collaborate with me and the rest of my bargaining team. And we appreciate that. I think that shows, more than anything, whether people agree with the outcome of that or not, whether people agree if the concessions were enough or not. I think that what that shows is that you put aside everything else to be true advocates of education and to get the ship, this very large ship, again, pointed into the right direction. For that, I thank you for being advocates, and I've enjoyed working with you. It's been short-lived, I know. I hope that there will be brighter days for both of you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you so much.